5:05, and it's time now for the traffic report on this Thursday evening, and we're going to start off downtown Boston where the TD Garden is going to have a concert, the Boston One concert, so expect it to be busy around the TD Garden area as the Zakin Bridge is congested on both sides from the O'Neill Tunnel, congestion on both sides from the Zakin Bridge all the way out to the Mass Turnpike. Store Drive on the eastbound side, bumper from 2A all the way up to the Lever Connector here.
Two threatening letters postmarked in Louisiana and containing traces of the deadly poison.
And otherwise, you're good to go on Store Drive
were sent to
after you pass that congestion on the westbound side from
Washington.
Zakin Bridge all the way up to Route 3. Otherwise, you're good to go on the Store Drive from Lever Connector all the way out to Soldiers Field Road. So try to spend time in that area, and if you're going to go to the concert, take the T instead of driving, okay? Expect to be busy around the TD Garden area. Massachusetts Turnpike on the westbound side, bumper from 93 all the way out to exit 17 in Newton, and it slows itself as you approach 120 in Newton on Mass Pike westbound, and a few slow spots from Route 30 and Natick all the way out to 495 and Worcester.
You saw New York's police commissioner speaking to reporters. He wouldn't give
Mass Pike eastbound.
So the letters today, but Rick,
A little bump around there with
it says
120, so try to extra time. And Mass Pike congestion from also Bretton tolls to the Ted Williams Tunnel, so try to extra time, okay?
FBI investigates
South 6 Expressway, bumper on both sides of the northbound side and the southbound side of the
marathon.
South 6 Expressway from the Braintree Split all the way up to Mass Avenue. So if you're in that area, try to the left so it's time, okay?
An execution.
Route 1 North, little congestion from 93 in Charlestown all the way up to the Charlestown Navy Yard there on the northbound side of Route 1. And Route 1 North congestion right here, Route 60 in Eastern Avenue Revere. So try to extra time, okay? But otherwise, one is good to go from Boston all the way up to 120 in Peabody here. 1A is Milan Fine from Revere to East Boston here. 93 South, bumper to bumper.
Saying his son suffered 6
From East Somerville, Assembly Square to the Zakin Bridge here. 93 North congestion from the Assembly Square in Somerville, stretching all the way out to Middlesex Fells Reservation Park. So try to surf time, okay, in that area, okay? Route 2.
Incidents involving agents, and that it's
Slow from Route 2A in Concord all the way out
reportedly the lead
to
suspect
downtown Concord here. So try to surf time, okay?
in 2000.
And 2 East congestion from 126 to 2A in Concord here. So try to surf time, okay?
Less than 2 hours from now, that one fun Boston Strong concert.
It's one fun concert that's going on TD Garden.
Mary Celeste.
120 South.
Hey, Mary. Yeah, hey, ladies, we just got out of a pre-concert news conference, and of course...
Bumper to bumper from 62 in Denver's all the way to 35 in Denver's, which is exit 22 23, so all our stuff starts their time, okay?
Legendary Carol.
And 120 North, bumper to bumper around the Gloucester stretch from right near Route 127 and then the end of 120 North in Gloucester.
Sound check.
Congestion right near Eastern Avenue in Gloucester, so try to start some extra time, okay?
Wanted to be part of this special event and to perform.
But as you're good to go from Peabody to Gloucester, and 129.5 is Mont Fine from Reading to Peabody, and 128 North, little congestion right here with 93 in Reading here, and 128 North. Congestion 117 in Waltham, around all the way out to Tripel Road in Waltham, and it slows itself from Route 2 in Lexington all the way out to Wynn Street and Woburn, Burlington, so try some extra time, okay? 120 South, congestion on 225 in Lexington all the way out to Tripel Road in Waltham, so try some extra time, okay? Route 128 South, congestion from Route 1 in Dedham all the way up to 95 in Westwood here, so try some extra time, okay? But otherwise, 128 is good to go from Dedham all the way out to Weston here. And the Braintree split is congestion around the 93-3 128 split in Braintree, and the 93 South creeps up all the way up to 37 in Braintree here, so try some extra time, okay? And the intersection with 128 and 24 is congested in Randolph. And otherwise, 93 128 is going to go from Kenton to Braintree here.
We are streaming it on WCBB.com.
Well, 93 north, bumper to bumper from Andover Street in Andover all the way up to 495 and
There are a lot of traffic.
Andover, so try to have some extra time, okay?
Moving
But otherwise, 95 and 93 are good to go from 120 to the
right now. Mass after Route
New Hampshire border here, and Route 3 north, a few slow spots around 60 in Burlington, but otherwise it's good to go from 120 to the New Hampshire border here.
hour as we head
495 is modified on both sides from Methuen, Haverhill to Amesbury, 213 modified from Methuen to Lawrence there.
we head out. Just
And 495 north, bumper to bumper around there with exit 45 in Lawrence there, so try some extra time, okay?
25 minutes.
And 495
Frightening scene in Detroit
north,
building.
bumper to bumper from Route 3 in Chelmsford all the way up to 93 and Andover here.
Get them
On 495 north, 495 south loop, bumper to bumper from 93 and
moving large.
Andover all the way out to 133 in Tewksbury here, so try some extra time, okay?
Live. Neil 5:30.
But otherwise, 495 is good to go from Chelmsford to Westboro and Westboro all the way out to Mansfield. On both sides, and Mansfield all the way up to Wareham here. 95 and 24 modified from 120 to the new 95 24 modified from 120 to the Rhode Island border. Route 3 is modified on both sides from Braintree to Sagamore, except Route 3 bumper to bumper from Tremont Street and Kingston all the way up to 44 in Plymouth here. So try to have some extra time here. On the southbound side of Route 3. Northbound 3 is congestion around Route 44 to Smith's Lane in Plymouth here. So try some extra time, okay? Route 140 is modified from Taunton all the way up to New Bedford here. Let's take a look at the Rhode Island traffic picture. It shows 146 is modified on both sides.
The music legends
From
crusade to help the survivors.
Woonsocket to Providence, except for a couple of slow spots on 146 south to approach 95 in Providence here.
Here, and that means
295 modified from Malibu to Warwick,
And they keep your home.
except on 295 north, low congestion 133 in West Warwick all the way out to 37 in West Warwick here. So try some extra time, okay? 95 south bumper to bumper from 126 in Providence all the way out to 195 in Providence on the southbound side of 95. Northbound 95 bumper to bumper from 37 in Warwick all the way out to 3rd Avenue curb in 195 in Providence here. And 95 in downtown Providence, bumper to bumper on both sides. So if you're an adder, please try some extra time, okay? But otherwise, 95 is going to go from Warwick all the way out to Westerly on both sides there.
we can get the most. We like it.
37 is modified from West Warwick to Warwick.
Safety rating.
TF Connect is modified on both sides.
Entertainment.
Route
Plus, we like
4 is modified from East Greenwich to the North Kingston, 138 south.
the new CRV.
Congestion you approach Route 1 and 4 in
The best. Put your mind in.
North Kingston. You're good to go from North Kingston, Newport, and Newport to Portsmouth.
For 30 years.
195 eastbound congestion 95 in downtown Providence to Fox Point in Providence here. So try some extra time, okay? But alright, 195 is good to go from Providence all the way out to Wareham. Here, let's take a look at Cape Cod traffic picture. 25 is modified from Wareham all the way out to Buzzards Bay. Route 6 is modified from Sagamore to Orleans. Borden, Sagamore connectors are modified on 28 North, except for a little slow spot as you approach Route 6 on 28 North and Borden. You're good to go from Borden, family. That's going to be the weather and traffic edition on May 30th, 2013 on a Thursday. Alright, viewers, have a good evening with a good positive attitude. Bye-bye, everybody.